Barcelona legend, the team will struggle more against Inter Milan than Dortmund. Zvonimir Boban, the former Milan star, shared his opinion on the match between Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund, confirming that the Catalan team would have faced a greater challenge if the opponent had been Inter Milan instead of Dortmund. Boban said, "If Inter Milan had played against Barcelona in Montjuic instead of Dortmund, Barcelona could have conceded at least 3 goals. Yes, Barcelona might have managed to score 2, but they would have needed to play a perfect match in the return leg to qualify." Boban continued explaining his prediction, saying, "I think Barcelona would have played more cautiously defensively if they had faced Inter Milan compared to facing Dortmund. This is certain, considering Barcelona's style of play and Inter's ability to exploit spaces effectively." Boban also pointed out that Inter Milan's defensive strength, along with their solid organization and offensive efficiency, would have posed a bigger challenge for the Catalan team. Unexpected comment from Simeone about Barcelona after their big win over Dortmund. When you talk about football, you're not just talking about goals and victories, but about moments that are immortalized, about messages sent without words, about a prestige created by actions, not words. And Barcelona, this season, they sent a resounding message, not only to their La Liga rivals, but to all of Europe, to anyone who dared to doubt their ability to rise again. I'm not just talking about a single match or a big win in the Champions League quarterfinals. I'm talking about a system that rose from the ashes, led by a man who doesn't smile much but turns calm into ticking time bombs. Hansi Flick. This name will be etched in Barcelona's memory for a long time, and perhaps in the history of the competition. Not only because he has a squad of stars, but because he turned every player into a piece of a machine that doesn't miss, doesn't tire, and doesn't show mercy. To win 4-0 against a team like Borussia Dortmund, in this round, at this time, with this level of composure. This isn't an ordinary win. It's a declaration of intent. Barcelona is not just looking for a title. Barcelona wants glory. Glory that matches the size of the club, the size of the shirt, the size of the years during which their fans shed tears in front of the screens and in the stands. But do you know what's more dangerous than winning? Continuity. And Barcelona this season is unstoppable, like a flood, like a storm. 23 games since the start of the year, 19 wins, 4 draws, and no losses. These aren't just numbers, these are philosophy, mentality, organization, and mental toughness. This is a team that doesn't waver. And the record that Flick has in the Champions League? 25 wins out of 29 matches. This is something I haven't seen even in Pep Guardiola's days, nor have I read about it in modern football books. I'm a coach, and I live for the details. I love analysis, I breathe tactics, and I know exactly what it takes to build a team that fights like this, dominates without appearing arrogant, attacks without forgetting defense, and scores without leaving gaps behind. Flick has re-engineered Barcelona, but this time, not in the pure tiki-taka style. He's presenting a new Barcelona with a German identity, a Catalan heart, sharp as a sword. And I won't lie. There's something stirring inside me when I watch them. It's not envy, but that feeling that stings when you see your opponent soaring while you're still fighting on the ground. We are Atletico Madrid. We live to fight. We are born in the heart of suffering. And we love proving that we don't need grandeur to win. But when you see this performance, this harmony, this consistency, you start reviewing yourself, your plans, even your dreams. I'm not afraid of Barcelona. I've never been afraid of them, and I never will be. But I admit, from my position, from the heart that beats red madness, that what we see from Barcelona this season is a football masterpiece that forces everyone to respect them. Because respect is not given, it's taken. And Flick has taken it from everyone, without exception, even from us. From those who hate admitting it. But we can't lie to ourselves. I've faced great teams before, survived, fallen, and stood up again. I've faced Messi, Xavi, Piqué, Neymar, seen their burning eyes at Camp Nou, heard the roar of their fans, and felt their experience. But this version is different. It doesn't shout. It dominates in silence and kills you quietly. Has it ended? Number football doesn't know the end. The final is written on the day of judgment, not the day of celebration. And us? We are there. waiting for our moment, watching from afar. But we don't sleep. We don't forget. If Europe has started to lean towards Catalonia again, Madrid still shines from the heart of the fire. And Atletico? We will always be there. In the shadows sometimes, and in the light when we choose to return. In the end, this is football. There are no permanent champions, no perpetual nightmares. Every team goes through its moment, and Barcelona is living its moment now. Let them rejoice, let the world applaud them, but remember, the one who waits in the dark is often fiercer than those standing in the spotlight. Yamal's surprising request astonishes Flick and the fans. Despite his young age, the rising star Lamine Yamal continues to offer lessons in ethics and sportsmanship, both on and off the field. On the night of Barcelona's overwhelming 4-0 victory over Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals, cameras captured the moment when the 17-year-old player requested a substitution from his coach, Hansi Flick, a surprising decision at a time when he was performing brilliantly. According to Spanish journalist Tony Juan Martí, Lamine was neither physically tired nor injured. Instead, he voluntarily asked to be substituted in order to give his teammate Ansu Fati some playing time. Lamine, aware that Fati has been going through a tough period in terms of confidence and fitness, wanted to give him minutes on the field to regain his spirit and confidence, especially in such an important match that could open doors for him again. This is not the first time Lamine has shown his noble side towards Fati. According to previous reports, he had refused to wear the number 10 shirt at Barcelona, out of respect for Fati's legacy with the iconic number, demonstrating the special bond between the two young stars. The reactions from fans and the Spanish press were quick to follow, with many praising Lamine's actions, considering it a true embodiment of football ethics, especially at a time when individual interests often overshadow team spirit. The cheers at Montjuic did not stop when he was substituted, as the fans warmly acknowledged his effort and stance. Meanwhile, it appeared that Ansu Fati benefited positively from the minutes he got, looking more focused and in sync than in previous matches. Between Lamine Yamal, Ansu Fati, and the other stars of Barcelona's rising generation, it seems that the Catalan team not only possesses footballing talent, but also rare personalities capable of leading the sporting project with ethics and a promising team spirit. And Rafinha. I apologized to Kubarchi after my goal against Dortmund. Brazilian player Rafinha apologized to his Spanish teammate Pau Kubarchi after scoring Barcelona's first goal against Borussia Dortmund, as he mentioned in a television interview on Wednesday evening. Barcelona won 4-0 at home against Dortmund. The two teams will meet again in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals next Tuesday at Signal Iduna Park to decide who will qualify for the semi-finals. Rafinha's statement. Rafinha scored Barcelona's first goal against Dortmund. The goal came after the Brazilian touched the ball on the goal line, scoring instead of Pau Kubarchi. Rafinha said in statements published by the Spanish newspaper AS, "I was worried the first goal might be disallowed for offside. I wasn't sure, but fortunately, it was given." He continued, "I told Kubarchi that I touched the ball before it crossed the goal line, and I apologized to him. He told me it was fine and considered it an assist. It was a quick moment, and I stretched my foot, afraid the ball might go too far." He added, "I love playing with players of very high quality. Yamal, Lewandowski, and I know each other well, and that's really important." He concluded, "There's still another game to play, and playing in front of Borussia Dortmund's fans is always tough. We achieved a good result, but we need to put in another strong performance next week." Rafinha is currently the top scorer in the UEFA Champions League with 12 goals. Despite the big win, Koeman. Barcelona is not the favorite to win the Champions League. Ronald Koeman, the coach of the Netherlands national team, stated that FC Barcelona is not considered the top favorite to win the UEFA Champions League this season, despite their impressive 4-0 victory over Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of the quarter-finals. Koeman said in press statements, "I don't think Barcelona is the favorite. There are other teams playing at a similar level, such as Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal, which I watched against Real Madrid. They are a strong team and also have the potential to win the tournament." He added, "But yes, Barcelona is among these teams. Their style of play is enjoyable, and the way the team is moving forward is clear. which can be seen in the players' performances. The Dutch coach also mentioned that the heavy win over Dortmund could be a bit misleading. We have to acknowledge that Dortmund is in 8th place in the German league. Although they are not a big team at the moment, they still have opportunities to score. The 4-0 result could be deceptive, but it doesn't reduce the clarity of Barcelona's vision and progress. Koeman praised the development of the young players in the Catalan team, saying, "The young players now have 2 or 3 years of experience, and with a midfield that includes Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Fermin, and Gavi, who I see as the heart of the team and is performing excellently, the team looks very cohesive." He continued, "Barcelona has strong defensive alternatives, and we must also highlight the role of coach Hansi Flick. I believe he is leading the team in the best possible way, and there is a clear positive atmosphere, with people happy about the style of play." Koeman concluded his remarks by confirming, "I see Barcelona in a very positive light, and they have a real chance to win important titles this season."